creating a blueprint is arguably the easiest part of the process that we are looking at in this course. The really important bit will be getting them all working in a way that we imagine they should. And so, let's put what we have to the test and make sure that we do indeed have a working interactive light switch in our level. Coming around to the back of our test building in the 3D view then, we can click to select the light switch that has already been placed on the wall. And in the Details tab, under the Default Rollout, we can click the Add Element button twice. As this is our first test, we should have access to our object reference array as we do here. If this is not the case, then we may need to double check that we have made the variable public. If we did, also make sure that it is set to be an object reference variable via the actor flyout, and not an object reference from one of the other flyouts. Now that we have 2 free slots in our array then, let's set about filling them. And so, using the Pick Actor from Scene icon, let's click each light next to the switch in the 3D view in order to add them to the array. What we should see now is each of the actors populate the previously empty slots in the array variable. Now comes the real test though. And so, coming to the top of the UI, let's click to play test the level. And after walking through the doors and coming to the switch, let's aim our camera at it and then click with the primary mouse button a few times. What we should hopefully see now is that both of these selected lights turn off and then on again. If not, then we may need to make sure that our intensity values are correct after the flip-flop node, and also that we are firing the correct custom event name when we cast to a blueprint. To make sure that our test is not a fluke here, after pressing escape to end the play test, we can make sure that our light switch is selected if it isn't already, and remove one of the lights. And then retest the level to make sure that the array is working as intended. And what we should see now is that only the remaining light in the array turns off and on, which means that our light switch is working as intended and we can breathe a sigh of relief. Although creating a simple tool here, we have managed to cover some important and complex Unreal nodes during its construction. Now we have also seen that when we push ourselves and take the slightly harder approach, we can start to make our blueprints much more flexible than they perhaps would have been otherwise.